Hello, we're on Chapter 11, Lesson 4, page 715. Our essential question is, why do we convert measurements? And we've got another orange box, like the lengths measurement on Lesson 2. Customary units of capacity. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. 2 cups is in 1 pint. 2 pints makes a quart. And 4 quarts makes a gallon. So I have this little visual that I used, and I want to share it with you because it can help when you're converting these measurements. So I like to imagine a kingdom, and in every kingdom has princesses, right? You can't have a kingdom without having princesses. So we're going to put a princess, and that stands for pints. So in every, I keep forgetting I'm too small. There we go, that's a little better. And each princess has 2 cats. So 2 cups makes a pint. And then if I have 2 pints, and remember each pint has 2 cups in it, I have 2 pints, I have a quart. And so the queen had 2 princesses. And then if I have 4 quarts, I have a gallon. So I'm not quite sure what the gallon represents. I'm going to have to think about that. But in each queen in the kingdom has 2 princesses, and each princess has 2 cats. And hopefully that little visual can help you convert. So if I'm converting from cups to quarts, I can see there's 4 cups in a quart. If I'm converting cups to pints, I can see there's 2 cups in a pint. If I'm converting cups to gallons, then I'm going to count all the C's in this. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there's 16 cups in a gallon. Okay, I just tried to figure out what the G represented, and the mnemonic that I was using, it was just king gallon. If that doesn't work for you, if king gallon isn't exactly, you could think all these are protected by a giant. So whatever works for you, whatever helps you, it's just a trick to help you remember these conversions. So cups to pints, pints to quarts, quarts to gallons. And then if you want to think of it like the G is king gallon, or you want to think it like he's a giant, either way. But I like to think cats, princesses, queens, and in either the giant or the king gallon. But it's just a little trick to help you. So now, example 1, Marcus has a 2-gallon container of laundry detergent. How many quarts of laundry detergent does he have? Okay, and how many pints does he have? So I'm going to go to the bottom of this. I'm going to try and leave that there and just use the bottom. I know he has a 2-gallon container. Okay, and it's asking how many quarts. And according to my picture, I have 4 quarts in a gallon. So I'm going to have 4 in each of these. So the total for the 2 gallons that Marcus has is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 4, like it says here, is going to be 8 quarts. 8 quarts in 2 gallons. Now I need to convert this. It says how many pints. And again, each quart has 2 pints. So pint, 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 pint. Erase the Q, write 2 P's. Erase the Q, write 2 P's. Erase the Q, write 2 P's. And then I can count how many are in 2 gallons. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There are 16 pints and 8 quarts. 8 quarts or 16 pints in the 2 gallons of laundry detergent. Hopefully that makes sense and gives you a visual representation for what you can draw in order to solve these. Okay, so I'm looking at 716 now. I've still got my visual there. I have according to example 2, 4.5 quarts to pints. So I'm going to try and draw 1, 2, 3, 4.5 quarts. And each quart has 2 pints in it. So if each one has 2 and this is a half, this one's only going to have 1. That's what makes sense. So now 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pints are going to be in 4.5 quarts. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, again, I'm going to do 10 quarts is how many pints. So I can draw 10 Qs. 10 Qs, and according to my picture, each Q has 2 P's in it, so I can visualize it that way. Or I can just do, okay, I've got 10 quarts, and I know each quart has 2 pints in it. 10 times 2 is going to give me 20. Or if it's easier for you to go ahead and draw them out, please by all means do that. So I went ahead and drew out, because this is not a race, it's not about getting it done fastest, it's about getting done right. So I drew my 10 Qs. Each Q has each quart has 2 pints in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's perfectly okay to do. It's not a race. You don't have to do 10 times 2 if you don't see that. Go ahead and do the visualization. The thing about this taking longer is as soon as you're ready to do it this way, you will. But if that doesn't work for you, don't do it. Just keep drawing the visualization. Don't feel bad if you're drawing the picture. Don't let anybody tell you you have to do it that way. If drawing the picture works for you and helps you get that in your head, that is really what's important right now. Okay, 3.5 cups to how many fluid ounces? Let me draw my picture. Give me just a sec. For number 2, it's asking 3.5 cups. So I drew 1, 2, 3.5, and I labeled them cups. I'm going to go back to my orange table. 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces, so 8 ounces in each of these. Half of 8 is 4, so 8, 16, 24. 24 plus 4 more. 4 plus 4 is 8. 28. So there will be, in 3.5 cups, 1, 2, 3.5 cups, there will be 28 ounces. And that's the answer for number 2. Make sense? Okay, now 5 quarts to pints. I want you to pause the video and I want you to draw. If you have this somewhere, you can use your white space to draw this visualization with our king gallon or the giant that has 4 queens to protect, and each queen has 2 princesses and each princess has 2 cats. Draw this visualization in some of your white space and then go ahead and try and solve this, and then come back and check your answer so that you understand it. Did you pause it? I hope you paused it. Okay, so I've got my 5 quarts, and each quart has 2 pints in it. So now I can just count the P's and see how many pints are in 5 quarts. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarts, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pints. So in each 5 quarts will be 10 pints. Okay. Now we're going to fill in a table just like we did on the other lesson with the measurement. 1 pint is how many cups? I'm going to go back. 2 pints is 1 quart. 2 cups is 1 pint. So 1 pint is 2 cups. So my ordered pair is going to be 1, 2. If I have 2 pints, then I'm going to visualize 2 pints. That's like having the princesses and each one has 2 cats. So how many cups is that? 2, 4. Now I'm going to add 1 more pint, which is going to add 2 more cups. 2, 4, 6. Now I'm going to add 1 more pint, which is going to add 2 more cups. So how many cups is going to be in 4 pints? Get that answer? And then you're going to do your ordered pairs. This one would be 3, 6. This one would be 2, 4. And that's how you get through this page and your independent practice on page 717. Just keep drawing those pictures. You've got space underneath to fit the pictures in. Okay, I do want to show you, again, remember if you have a half, you're going to cut that, if I'm looking at gallons to quarts, I have 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So if I cut that in half, I'm going to have 2 quarts is what's the half gallon, okay, for like number 9. Also, when you're doing your comparisons on 14 through 19, I want you to think about converting. You're going to have to convert one of them, and since we don't like our division, we're going to convert our smaller one. So I would try and find which is smaller, the quarts or the pints. And according to my picture here, quarts are bigger than pints. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 quarts and then I know each quart has 2 pints in it. And now I'm comparing that amount to these 10 pints that are on the other side. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints are in 4 quarts. So this side would be 8 pints. And this side is 10 pints. And clearly 10 pints is greater than 8 pints. Okay, same thing. 10 gallons to 1,280 fluid ounces. Okay, so what you might need to add in, and this is going to be kind of hard, into the middle of the picture, what you can do is put each cup, and I don't have my smaller pens, is 8 ounces. So inside each C I can put 8. And I don't know how that relates to cats, but maybe they eat 8 mice. So each cup, and then I'm going to look at how many ounces are in a gallon. Okay, so now I've got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80, and now I'm going 88, 96, 104, 112, 120, 128. Okay, so compare that with what you've got over here. Hopefully that helps. If you think 8 in each side, inside each of the cups. Okay. How many times greater is the capacity of 1 gallon than 1 quart? So remember your chart that you've got. Gallons to quarts. 1 gallon is 4 times greater than a quart because there's 4 quarts in a gallon. So the first answer here is going to be 4 times greater. 1 cup there. Remember I just had you draw the 8s in each side cup. Inside of each cup, so then 1 cup is 8 times greater than an ounce. That's how those ones work. Okay, let's look at the word problems. Okay, so looking at these 22, 23, 24, 25, all you have to do is that conversion like I was showing. So use the visual and then 2 gallons of soup. How many cups? So I'm going to draw my 2 gallons. And how many cups are in one, according to my picture? Each gallon has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 in this one. There are 16 in this one. 16 plus 16 will give me the total number of cups in 2 gallons of soup. Again, doing 2 cups of liquid dish soap. Each cup has 8 ounces. So if I have 2 cups, 8 ounces each, how many is that going to give me? Tomas is buying blank ounces of liquid dish soap is the sentence I'm going to write. 2 quarts of water, how many cups? So now I'm going to have 2 quarts. Use my visualization. 1 quart has, what am I doing? Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pints there. 4 pints there. How many pints does that give me in all? Danielle is using blank cups of water. Karen is buying 4 gallons of orange juice, so I'm going to draw 4 G's and figure out how many Q's I need in each G. And then I'm going to write Karen is buying blank quarts of orange juice to write my complete sentence there. Looking at this, which one is not matching up with the other ones? How are gallons and fluid ounces related? So go back. One problem that can help you is number 15. Another problem that can help you is, or another place you can go to help is your orange box on the front page. Okay, thank you for your hard work. Keep it up.